Hey YouTube, I decided to make a video on things that every transitioner needs to stay away from. Things that will break your hair, damage your hair, anything like that. I'm making this video so every transitioner needs to know. Stay away from the products I'm about to show you. They are dangerous. They are murderers to your hair. The first thing I want to show you guys is fine tooth combs. Stay away from these fine tooth combs. They're not good for your hair. Really, I don't even think that a transitioner or a natural person should even really use a comb. Reason being is your hands are your best friends. They're easier to like part and stuff. But if you're like braiding your hair like I did, or you're doing something like a style that needs a comb, then I guess it's okay. But when I use this comb, I really just use the tail. I feel like transitioners, they should use wide tooth combs because it pulls and stresses your hair less, and I think that's better for you. Second thing is hard bristle brushes. They just pull your hair. This brush basically has mad hair all over it. Like, stay away from these brushes, because also they do the same thing the combs do. They pull and tug on your hair, and it's not really that good for your hair. Also, stay away from these. Don't get scissor happy and keep cutting your hair every month, because you'll never see growth. You never will. Don't cut your hair all the time thinking that, oh, if I cut my split ends, they're going to go away, because to me, split ends is really an internal problem. If you're not taking care of your hair that much, or you're not giving your hair what it needs, of course you're going to have split ends. And just because you're cutting away those split ends doesn't mean that you're getting rid of them. So maybe if you do have a split end problem, you should look down to the source and not just try to cut it away. My next thing is stay away from oil sheen. Oil sheen has mineral oil in it, and mineral oil clogs your pores and coats your hair, and it disables it from growing up to the length that you want it to. Also, products like hair milk. Check the ingredients. This one also has mineral oil in it. It's like one of the first two ingredients. That's also not good. Africa's Best, any grease Africa's Best has is not really that good. All of them have petroleum in it, unless you buy the oil. The oil for me is really, really good. It has all the good things, but for some reason, their grease just has petroleum in it. And this thing I also bought is the Frizz Buster. I think it says Buster on it. Yes, it does. Frizz Buster. It also has petroleum in it. These are just a couple of products. They're not the only products out there that have petroleum in it, but those are just products that I think you should stay away from as a transitioner. Also, stay away from mousse. Mousse has alcohol in it, and those are drying agents for your hair, and it messes your hair. The only thing that I would use mousse for at times is if I had these braids and I wanted my ends a certain design, like if I braided it and I wanted to stay that way, especially for micros, you might want to use mousse for it to keep your style in it, but try not to put it on your hair, okay? Try not to do that, because that's not really going to help you at all, okay? Another thing that transitioners need to stay away from is the snagging headbands or scrunchies. You should really try to invest in these, which are ouchless rubber bands. They're not even that much, guys. I got like 15 of them for $1 at the dollar store, and they're really, really good. I haven't had one break yet, and I had it for like over a year. These are really good for you because they don't have the little metal clips that pull on your hair when you have them in ponytails and stuff. Every time you take them out, it pulls your hair. It doesn't have those. So these are better because it keeps your hair safe from breakage. Another thing that people like to use a lot when transitioning, because they don't want to go through most of the two textures, is this. I don't have a flat iron. I have a curling iron. I couldn't find my flat iron. But same thing. Stay away from these high heats. Heat it doesn't help your hair. It dries your hair, and it just breaks it more. If you are gonna use this, then try to use it less. Okay, they're not really that good for your hair, so try to use it less. And also, what goes in hand with a curling iron, you already know, a blow dryer. Try to air dry your hair every once in a while. Don't always try to blow dry and stuff. Try not to use that. And if you are and you have to completely blow dry your hair, try to use something like a hooded dryer, because it doesn't really, like, you know, mess up your ends. What I heard about blow dryers, what they do is, like, it just causes your split ends and it dries your hair, because, like, the way it's just blowing your hair in all those other directions, it's just mistreating your hair. And the final product that I have is these. Now, hold on now, don't get me wrong. These are your best friends, but also they can be your worst friends. Why? Your best friends, they have the little tiny clip, oh my hair, a little tiny plastic end that saves your hair. You don't want them to look like this one on the bottom that doesn't have anything to protect it or anything like that, because when you put them in your hair, it's gonna tug on your hair also. And the thing is, what you want to do, you want to make sure your hair is not being pulled on, stressed out, or any uncomfortable positions like that. You just don't want that. Your hair will just get weak and it will dry out. And one thing that you should do is, right now I have a protective hairstyle. I did it myself. It took me about 2 days. And protective hairstyles are the best. They keep your hair away from all these things. And what I did on the bottom is I kind of boiled the ends and stuff. I dipped them in hot water so that way I could get these designs. But you would, like, when you do this, the reason I'm mentioning this is, when you do this, make sure you don't dip your real hair in the boiling water, because that's just as detrimental for your hair. I made sure that it wasn't even close to my hair. My hair is about like this long, okay? It's a little close to it, but it's not really. You don't want to put your hair in boiling hot water. So that's another thing that transitioners also need to know. And that's all I wanted to say for now. I wanted to make this video short. It's about 7 minutes long, but that's short to me. Those are just a few products that I think that as transitioners we need to stay away from, because they're not really helping you at all. They're against you. So that's all I want to say for today. Thank you for watching my video, and goodbye, YouTube.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Hey, what up,
Grab
girl?
my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city.
Let's go.
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. I'm talking pedicure on our toes, trying on all